Hi guys, today we're taking a look at Moza's newest addition to their racing wheel range. This is the VGS Formula Racing Wheel. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So I'll be taking a closer look at this wheel, showing you the features and functionality available with it, and the customization available via the Moza Pit House, together with testing it out to see how it feels when racing with it. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let's open up the packaging and take a look at what you get inside. You get two sets of stickers. The first one is for the round buttons with 3M sticky pads at the back. The second one has slightly larger stickers which are for the paddles to highlight what the different buttons do once you program them in game. Then there's some instructions. Next there's a small bag containing some tweezers and a small Allen key. And finally we have the wheel, which comes in a fabric bag. Taking a closer look at the racing wheel, it's a Formula style with a 310mm diameter and constructed from an aviation grade aluminium alloy backplate and has a carbon fiber reinforced composite faceplate. There's an RGB rev indicator consisting of 10 RGB LEDs embedded into the top of the wheel, and in the center there's a 2.85 inch customizable HD display. In terms of controls, there's 8 short travel backlit buttons, 3 aluminium alloy rotary encoders, 2 aluminium alloy thumb wheels, 1 7-way funky switch on the right and a joystick on the left. At the back there's 2 rear buttons on either side, together with 4 paddles made out of 3mm forged carbon fiber. The top 2 are magnetic, providing quick and precise shifting with hall sensors, and the bottom 2 are spring loaded for a dual clutch, and these also have hall sensors too. You've got Moza's excellent quick release mechanism with a matte black collar, allowing you to swap wheels in and out in seconds, together with an RJ12 port which allows you to use it with other wheelbases if you had Moza's adapter and hub. You've got Moza's branding above the display and blue lines on the front plate and around some of the dials to add to the aesthetics. The buttons and dials are really well placed, so ergonomically everything is at close reach when driving, and the paddles are a nice comfortable distance away. The wheel has a very high quality feel to it, with the wheel covered in a hand stitched PU leather, giving quite a premium finish which I'm quite impressed with. It's a PC only wheel, so no Xbox support on this, and price wise the VGS Formula wheel costs $749. Compatibility wise, the wheel works on the R3, R5, R9 V2, R12, R16 V2 and the R21 V2. But if you have the V1 versions of the R9, R16 or the R21, then you'll need to get Moza's hub and have the wheel connected to the hub via the RJ12 connection on the back. Now coming over to my PC to show what appears in the Moza Pit House software. This app lets you customize settings for each of the Moza devices you have connected. So in my case for the wheelbase, wheel and pedals. From the home screen you can recenter the wheel and adjust the maximum steering angle. Selecting more or selecting the wheel icon at the side takes you into the advanced settings for the wheel. You've got 2 tabs. The first one is the steering wheel settings, where you can see a picture of the wheel, letting you test the buttons, see the button numbers and set a color on the RGB buttons, together with being able to turn off each of the lights. You can adjust the brightness too, but it's all or nothing. The functionality for the buttons, joysticks and thumb knobs is set in-game. The dual clutch paddles have 3 modes and there's a variety of options giving you customizations on the button modes, RPM LEDs and the telemetry LEDs. Onto the dashboard settings, this gives you the ability to choose between the different dashboard displays, which you can edit or even create your own custom ones, which is a pretty cool option to have. You also have the ability to change the dashboard display directly from the wheel by holding onto the button on the right and using the joystick next to it to flip between the different dials. There's also a mobile app available on both Android and Apple, allowing you to connect to the wheelbase via Bluetooth. I did test this out, but it couldn't see the wheel or dash in the app, so I guess it's still being developed as I'm reviewing the wheel quite early before it's being released. Now testing out the wheel, I'll be using the Moza R12, which provides 12 Nm of torque, and I've got that mounted on my sim cockpit from Next Level Racing. This is the GT Elite with a Formula Racing kit attached. My monitor is the LG 45 GR95QE. Attaching the wheel is simple. Line it up to the stalk on the wheelbase and you'll hear it lock into position. Stability wise, Moza's quick release mechanism provides a very rigid and stable connection to the wheelbase. The racing experience is really impressive. The wheel feels so good, with the wheelbase giving an excellent amount of feedback. The paddle shifters have an awesome feel to them, providing quite a satisfying feel when shifting up and down through the gears, and the magnetic shifters don't feel too sticky. Then there's the spring-loaded dual clutch paddles, which have an excellent feel to them. The grips are perfectly formed and have a really comfortable feel to them, but best to drive with gloves to keep the PU lever in good condition. But it will be interesting to see if Moza offers Alcantara grips as an alternative. The controls on the wheel are easy to reach, and I like the addition of the back buttons. There's enough customization on the app to tailor your settings on the buttons and dials, and depending on the game you're playing, you'll be able to use the telemetry display, which is very impressive, with the display quality being excellent. As you turn the wheel, you'll see the dash rotating so that it remains in the same position, but if you move the wheel quickly, it is a little bit slow in maintaining its position, with it being slightly jerky, but it is quite a cool feature to have. Overall, the wheel feels really high quality and performance wise feels awesome. So in summary, the newest addition to Moza's steering wheel range is seriously impressive. Positives wise, I do like the leather feel on the grips, with the paddle shifters, buttons, knobs and dials all being conveniently placed on the rim, and it's quite a nice addition having the back buttons. All the controls have an excellent feel to them when you use them. The customizable HD display shows telemetry data, and it's quite a nice addition to have, with it providing really clear, good quality graphics, with it being a full HD display. You get a good amount of customization from the Pithouse software for the wheel, allowing you to set your ideal setup to make it just right for yourself, together with it having Moza's awesome quick release mechanism. Negatives wise, it's not cheap, coming in at $749, which is a lot more than the cost of some of the Fanatec racing wheels, but in this instance, Moza's wheel does have much more functionality to offer with its inbuilt telemetry display. But as an alternative, you could buy the CM Racing Dash, which sits just above the wheelbase and can be used in conjunction with any of Moza's wheels, but nevertheless this is an awesome wheel. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions then let me know in the comments below. For those of you who got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with formula, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on my socials, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.